Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Wingate Solutions. I hope you're doing well. Today's video is kind of going to be an off-the-cuff kind of thought slash training video, and just me getting some reps and kind of taking you guys along the way. So we're working barricades today. This is very similar to a VTAC barricade, but it's not to scale. So if anybody knows Kyle Lamb of Viking Tactics, it's kind of like a legend in the training community. As far as I know, he's the one that designed and came out with the first VTAC barricade. It's kind of the standard barricade for a lot of drills that guys use across the whole country. And it's awesome. This is one I just made. I just had a scrap piece of plywood. That's why it's not to scale, because it was just a random piece I had. So it's got a lot of the same holes, same size. Some of them are even the exact same placement, but it's just a modified or smaller version. So kind of not a big deal. I can still get all the same training value out of it. Anyway, working barricades, getting into position, letting that reticle settle, making a round, and then moving on. And we've talked about it a little bit in the past, but it's important to learn to manipulate a rifle in a confined space. This isn't exactly a cover concealment type video. This is just using a barricade for what it is, building a position, and going to work with a rifle. And that's kind of what we're doing today. So don't get too lost in the weeds on like my gun's past cover, that sort of thing. This is simulated. It's a barricade. Barricades don't necessarily have to be cover, and they may be cover. There's a time and a place to let your rifle go beyond something and build a position, and something for another day. Or it's something I've already talked about, so try not to be too wordy. But in short, a lot of people like to think about the sniper in a room. You don't want to be sticking your gun out past a window and you're going to get clapped, because you're going to be exposing yourself to everybody else. 100%. That's not this. If a sniper was using something like this, it would be back in a room, right? So it's a barricade. It's a brace, something to allow them to shoot more stable, allow them to have faster first round impact, and also potentially faster follow-up shots. That's all going to be based on distance. So distance to target, target size, right? So right now it's real easy. I'm only running at 50 yards and it's C-zone. So it's a pretty good size chunk of steel. Kind of hard to miss. But I want to be honest with you guys. I'm not, so you don't think I'm shooting like some 4-inch gong. Like, it's a full-size C-zone. I'm just kind of getting after it. I got some sticks and branches in the way. I just threw this thing in the woods and have a piece of steel at 50 yards. So we're just going with it. But I'm going to work this drill. I'm going to work each level and then each hole. See where I am. We're just going to get after it and kind of see what happens. So working these different positions is good. They kind of simulate real life, like just getting your rifle around different things and being in different weird confined spaces you might find yourself in. And it also just allows you to be more in tune with manipulating this guy. So actually breaking off of the barricade, breaking the rifle off the shoulder, getting into a new port and going to work. Important to run the safety in between. Done some talking about that in the past, and I will do a deeper dive in a video in the future on running the safety in general on these rifles. But in this drill, it does not slow you down whatsoever. The time you are taking to break that rifle down, you're getting it on safe and you're getting it back off safe as soon as you're on target. It isn't a big deal. Make sure you're running your safety. Make sure you're training it and manipulating it and building it into your subconscious. This is a perfect drill for that, because it's going to teach you, especially if you have a buddy or an instructor behind you yelling at you when you're doing something wrong. This is a perfect time to get real, like, individual reps per position, all built into the same drill of running the safety, running the rifle, breaking off the shoulders. It's good training. Anyway, I'll stop talking and get after it. All right, guys, one more thing I forgot to say before I was going to start that rep. Incapacitation shooting and training is awesome with a barricade. You can learn to run a rifle one-handed, whether that's with your dominant hand or support hand only, pretty effectively when you have something to brace the rifle on to allow you to get good hits, but also just work the rifle, right? Clear malfunctions, that sort of thing. These barricades or something similar are great for that. So something to think about when you're adding it into your training. Work one-handed manipulations, because you never know. If you're doing this stuff for real world context, you might lose the ability to use one of these guys, and running your rifle confidently one-handed, it's a nice skill to have. Not something I would do every day, but something I would add in here and there and get some training on. All right, one round from each position. Let's see if I can get it. I don't even know if I can see the target from those prone positions, but we'll see. This one's tricky. Oh yeah, nice and muddy. You guys can see that my mag is tracking gimbal thing. I need to like move my head to have it track me. I don't have a cameraman. My mag is sticking out of the mud. That's fun. So cool. Anyway, hope you guys got something out of that. If you like this style of content, if you like a little more of my range session content or a little bit of instructional, right? Like I kind of say in other videos, disclaimer, don't take anything I'm saying as gospel. Make sure you actually go out there and vet training. Go to some qualified guys. Get training on this sort of thing. Don't take what I tell you on the internet and then use it for any unlawful purposes. I'm not advising that at all. Make sure you get good training and all that good stuff. It's important, right? It's good to have a baseline. Learning from YouTube and seeing other guys do things is not inherently wrong at all. That's kind of why I want to put this content out there. I was self-taught for a long time before I started doing this stuff professionally. And a lot of that stuff I learned was from watching other guys do stuff. And it gives you a baseline, right? Some of it might be right. Some of it might be wrong. But it's okay to learn on here. But then go and vet that training from somebody that's going to tell you whether you're doing stuff right or wrong. That makes sense. And if you guys are interested in taking training with me, it's something I'm kind of dabbling in. I train professionally, but I'm looking into getting into the civilian space as far as training dudes that are out there just want to learn to run these things better, especially guys that are in the PA area. I don't really have any plans on traveling outside of Pennsylvania at this point in time, but if you guys are interested in that sort of thing, or if you're interested in getting a training group going in the greater PA area, let me know. It's kind of on my list of things to do. Anyway, if you want to support this channel, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Hit that like button, that subscribe button. Give me a comment down below. I really enjoy reading them. And if you want to check us out or support us in another way, you can check out our Instagram at Wingate Solutions. That's where I give a lot of my updates, things like that, as far as what's new with my content and with the business. And if you want to support us any further, head over to the website, link in the description. And it is WingateSolutionsLLC.com. Handmade rifle slings, sling retention straps. I'll have my holster leg straps up there shortly and a few other good things that I think you guys will like. So anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. If you like this content, let me know down below so I know what to put out next. Till next time, guys, get out and train.